I rarely listen to Michael Savage, but I heard a clip, which you also heard, where he was just taking phone calls from people. And Michael Savage took a call from a guy, and I guess people call Michael Savage with relationship advice, and the guy basically, the premise was, my wife is very depressed all the time. I don't know what to do about it. I'm the one who works. She stays at home, and she's just very, very depressed. And then Michael Savage goes into this whole thing where first he asked questions about whether the wife has, whether they have kids. He was going to go the angle of postpartum depression. The guy says, no, we don't have kids. And then Michael Savage goes into a whole rant about he's recommending vitamin B12 and vitamin C, and he said, I guarantee that this is going to help her. Okay? In the context of this,
we cannot even discuss, it would take us half an hour to discuss all the things he brought up with regard to this depression thing, most of which was completely crazy.
Most of the questions going nowhere.
Yeah, he says pharmaceuticals are out. You can't use that because they're all bad, whatever.
Right. So then he goes into, he recommends vitamin B12 and vitamin C, knows nothing about the woman's medical history. He's not even talking to the woman. He's talking to the woman's husband and says, but you know, I don't give medical advice on this show, and I am not a doctor. But I am recommending vitamin B12 and vitamin C, and I guarantee that this is going to help her with her depression. Now, not only is this ridiculous, and not only should people not be calling Michael Savage, even though he is, what was he? He said he was an herbalist at some point, or a nutritionist or something. But it is medical advice, and taking vitamin C and B12 can actually be harmful to people who have different conditions. And I looked up some of them. I should have they did not make it onto my notes. But this is a known thing, that too much vitamin C, taking vitamin C supplements for people who have different conditions can actually be a highly negative thing, including some urinary conditions. You can't just be...
we don't expect Michael Savage to know about anything, really.
But if he is a guy who knows about vitamins, he should know that you can't just recommend high doses. He said super high doses of vitamin C.
He's not a guy that anyone should listen to, but for some reason, thousands and thousands of people do.
And apparently they're taking medical. I hope that listeners' wives are not taking medical advice via proxy.
I wish we could just play that whole little rant he went on. It was one of the most insane things I've ever heard.
It was bizarre. So it is irresponsible. I think we would all agree to be recommending that over the radio. But Michael Savage, comfortable doing it, I guess.
He's not recommending it to one person. He's recommending it to everyone who's listening.
If their wife has depression, yeah.
If anyone they know has depression.
Yeah. So that was a little excerpt of Michael Savage. Again, I wasn't looking for that. These weren't clips that were put together by any liberal organization. I just turned the radio on, and this is what he was in the middle of.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a break. If you're on Twitter, donateyouraccount.com/David Pakman Show. Donate your followers to us. Just a tweet a day. Donateyouraccount.com/David Pakman Show. Back after this.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.